Hi everyone, it's Laura Liz. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a Q&A. So I am going to be answering all of your questions. I put a post up on my Instagram at Laura Liz Vids if you want to go follow it. So if you asked a question, I might answer it today. I don't know when you're watching this. Okay, let's get into the video. Our first question is pizza versus burgers versus tacos. As of now, I'm gonna say hamburgers. I feel like I can always go for that. I mean, it depends on the night. Right now, I would choose a hamburger. Well, actually, a cheeseburger. But yeah, I would choose a cheeseburger out of the three. That wasn't an option. The option was hamburger, but I don't know. It was an emoji, so it really is open to interpretation. But I'll go with hamburger, cheeseburger. My next question is, what inspires you to create? I create in a lot of different ways. So much inspires me to create. I do acting, I do singing, I write, I do content creation, I make these videos. Initially with YouTube, I was inspired by Jenna Marbles. I watched her videos growing up and I absolutely loved them. I thought she was so funny and I loved watching the videos with her dogs and just watching like all the random stuff she would do. I remember she like put rhinestones all over her face, which was like really random, but I was like, that is what I want to do. I loved that she was making me laugh in a way that was different from other creators on the same platform. So I was kind of drawn to it and that made me want to make that kind of content too because it made me so happy. If we're talking about acting, I'm inspired to create by all of the great actors. I really love like Emma Stone. Later in life I watched American Horror Story and Sarah Paulson's performances and like the whole cast of American Horror Story is phenomenal. So that also really impacted me and inspired me to create. Seeing live theater, oh my god. Every time I see live theater it's so magical and it's such an amazing experience and I love watching the actors like pour their hearts out on stage. I think it's so mesmerizing and amazing and they're so talented and so that has definitely inspired me. Oh, also just Lady Gaga existing has inspired me to create. I just love Lady Gaga. I'll bring her into every video I'm gonna talk about her. Anyway, my next question is what is your favorite video that you've made? Probably my first of my horror movie comedy sketches, the hummus one where I was like smearing hummus all over the mirror. That was like very fun and I probably would not have ever done that. I'll link it in the description. Sorry, I took a candy break. This is a very casual Q&A. I'm eating a Rolo for anyone who's curious. Next question is, what's been your favorite role that you've ever played in any production of any type? I did this production a while back that was called Blood and Water, and this was a theater production. This was probably one of the most unique roles I did. I was playing the stage manager in the show, but I was also like assistant stage managing the actual show. So I was taking on the role that I was playing while I was playing it. It was like really fun, but I had like a headset and it wasn't just a decorative headset. I was actually like listening and getting cues while I was doing the scenes, while I was, going on and off stage and moving things, having to make sure I timed everything out right so that I wasn't missing any of my cues while I was helping with other stuff backstage. Next question is, favorite 5 actors? These are gonna be in no particular order. Lady Gaga is definitely one of them. I think her performance in Hotel, I'm so biased because I'm obsessed with her. Her performance in Hotel was so phenomenal. She's so unbelievably talented. So Lady Gaga is definitely one of them. Emma Stone. Sarah Paulson is another one of my favorites. I love her. Zendaya, absolutely love her. She is definitely in my top 5. Her performance in Euphoria has been like incredible and it's some of the most intense acting I think I've ever seen. Absolutely love it. She's crushing it. Another actor, I'm gonna go with Aubrey Plaza. I loved her in Parks and Rec, loved her in The White Lotus. She's just amazing. Okay, those are my 5. If I have to choose, just 5 of my favorites. Next question is, what are you up to? Filming a Q&A. What's my favorite album? We all know it has to be Lady Gaga because everything revolves around Lady Gaga in my world. But out of the Lady Gaga albums, now I'm picking my favorite of Lady Gaga's albums because all of her albums are my favorite because she's amazing and I love her. I love Born This Way. Let's go with Born This Way. That one's my favorite right now. Sometimes I love the Fame Monster. Sometimes I go through a Fame phase. Sometimes Chromatica. Sometimes Art Pop. I'm just naming all her albums. This whole video is dedicated to Lady Gaga actually. I also love like Taylor Swift and Ariana Grande, Demi Lovato. Next question, favorite TV show? So I think I answered this in the last Q&A, but I am watching different shows now because I watch a lot of TV. I'm not gonna answer it as like favorite TV show. I think my favorites are still American Horror Story, Friends. That hasn't really changed. Now I'm watching Grey's Anatomy, but I'm streaming it, so I'm not caught up, but I do know like a lot of the spoilers already because I watched Station 19, so I already know like what's happened, sort of, but I'm really enjoying Grey's, and I don't normally watch like medical shows, so that's kind of interesting. I'm watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I was watching Criminal Minds, like the reboot of it, but that ended, so I'm not watching that anymore. Yeah, I watch a lot of TV. Next question is, what's your favorite film of all time? The Shining. I love horror movies, and The Shining is one that I just really am attached to. The combination of the acting, the cinematography, the directing, the writing, just the whole thing is so phenomenal. When I'm like recommending horror films, that's always one that I recommend. Last question is, if you could live in a fictional universe, which one and why? My immediate gut reaction was American Horror Story, but that is not a pleasant universe to live in. Like if I were living in a specific season of it, like if I were living in season 3, like all the witchcraft, that would be amazing. That would be so fun. I would live in that season. But it's hard because it's like the same universe. I don't know. Maybe I should pick a safer place to live in. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can get a notification every time I post a new video. You can also follow me on my socials. I'm at LauraLizVids on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Spread positivity. Bye guys!